Encounters with wild animals can invite serious consequences, even death. The interaction demonstrated is real and should not be attempted under any circumstances.
Welcome to the end of America's paved roads. We enter a land where man is the outsider. This is the domain of some 30,000 of the largest member of the deer family. Its Latin name is Alces Alces, the moose. This is a true story relating wild animals' encounters with man. Maine's millions of acres in the Northwest Territory are populated by only 27 people. Adjacent to this wilderness is the home of our guide, survivalist, and wild animal expert, Eldon Gendreau.
Up here, moose are plentiful. I mean, people don't realize the moose population. Not only do we have quality, but we have quantity. I really firmly believe we have more moose per square mile here in Maine than we do in Alaska or British Columbia or even the Yukon. It's just amazing the amount of moose, and the habitat is perfect for them. The way they cut, they clear cut, and the second growth coming in, perfect feed for the moose.
Since he was a teenager, Eldon has walked among these 7-foot-tall creatures and observed them all these years.
A lot of people get an impression that moose are stupid and not very smart, because they see them all summer long in the water, by the road, in the field. But it's not true at all. If they could smell you, they will run off as quick as any other animal. They're not going to stand around too long.
As a young adult, Eldon memorized the secrets of moose communication, the ways in which they move, when and why.
Yeah, last fall we hunted moose for the second week of the season, and we actually seen 134 different moose. And we probably covered an area maybe 30 square miles to see those moose, and a lot of area that we didn't cover.
Welcome to his multi-million-acre backyard.
One of the confrontations we had, as you remember, I had a set of paddles or shoulder blades from a moose. And he wanted to fight. The body language, the way he was coming in, told me that he wanted to fight. He was swaying, he was starting to scrape the ground with his hoofs, and his eyes were rolled back. He was looking for a fight, more so to protect the cow that he had. I'm not sure if she was in heat, but he didn't want no other bull messing with him. And when I got too close, I figured I'd better back off because I didn't want him charging me.
To this animal, Eldon is a bull moose.
He would come in charging with his antlers, and he would just keep fighting with his antlers. And of course, my 200 pounds wouldn't hold very long at a 1,000, 1,200-pound moose. All it would take would be one hit.
Calling moose during the rut in autumn is why we chose to document Eldon's unique, dangerous adventures. For 30 years, he has tempted fate and communicated with Alces Alces.
I call what they call a burp, but it's actually a grunting sound. When they come in, they actually come in grunting or burping, as I say, and they rake in their antlers trying to look for that cow. And I've had some tremendous success in the past. I really enjoy calling them. It's such a vocal thing. When you call moose, you can hear them come a long ways away. Last fall I had one hunter, I called in a 1,200-pound moose 10, 15 feet by him, and it was just awesome.
When the temperatures are 42 below zero, as they are today, moose can lower their body temperature and reduce food intake.
The next couple of days here, it'll be 35 to 40 below, and the chill factor will probably be 15, 60 below. And it doesn't seem to phase them. They don't seem to move as much in the cold weather because it burns up too much energy. But you'll see them standing there, and they don't have pores like you and I. And they have what they call a guard here on them, and they have also tubular here to keep them insulated. So what you and I would freeze on, it doesn't seem to phase them at all. So the winter doesn't have too big effect on these moose, and it's just amazing that they can withstand that kind of weather without being cold at all.
Moose conserve energy, and they are far less visible, requiring substantial effort to even locate their beds.
See, this is definitely a fresh rub right here. There's another bed right here. Fresh, big bed. You can see how fresh this is.
Interacting with moose on snowshoes is physically exhausting.
There's a place there where you can see a moose stuck his nose in the snow. It's pretty neat. It's just a nose print within it. There's 2 more tracks up there, but that was it. They're crossing through here big time. A lot of sign right here. I bet he shed an antler right in here somewhere where those rubbings are.
And as Eldon says, losing 50 pounds of antlers on your head conserves energy.
We went in the woods looking for moose trails and moose beds and moose sheds, and actually we found one. I knew we'd find one eventually. There were too many rubbings not to find one. Look at that right there. He must have hit this tree right there on the way by. Look at this. Awesome. Got a little bit of snow on it, but look at that. Isn't that neat? Pretty good one too. Every winter when the moose start losing their antlers, people don't realize that the moose shed their antlers annually, and they grow a new set every year. It lets me know where the moose are. It really gives me a better perspective of where they are and what they're doing.
Moose walk leisurely and browse through deep snow.
The only predator besides man is winter. Winter sometimes has a severe effect on the moose also, with the deep snow and lack of feed. The feed is there, but if the moose can't get to it because of the deep snow, then the younger ones might freeze to death.
There are no fences here, no ranches, no national forest with boundaries.